curious about just your process of crafting a poem. Like, how does a Samantha poem happen? Like, what are the steps? What are the things you apply? How does a poem move for you?
You know, all of these poems, I'm looking at this book, and when I read through this book for any reading, each poem is like my baby, you know, and you know, just like my sons, each poem comes into the world a different way. I mean, there's one way in which something has to happen, which is the insemination process, and that is the idea, that is the image, that is the word, that is the question, that is the, what is this thing I'm feeling that I have no word for? It's like, it could be, and whatever that spark is, that's the insemination process, where something wants to be something.
Right.
I don't know if it's a poem yet, because I write in other genres. I might write, it might be I just might need to vomit on the page in a journal entry. I might, it might be an essay one day. It just could be a children's book. So because I have these different, I have the write everything, unity consciousness paradigm around writing, I don't always know right away what this is, but then there comes a moment when I know this wants to be a poem. It's a particular energy of mystery that I find the poem incites and invites. Like, it's literally something that I'm trying to figure out. What is this image? What is it? What is the taste of this word? Why must I explore this? And so at that point, I go where the river takes me. I usually write my work longhand. I do my revisions on my computer, but I love the transmission of just pen and paper. And that process can get kind of gnarly, as many poets know. It can take, you know, some poems slip out ever so effortlessly, as if they'd just been waiting in the dark to be attended to, and they had already written themselves. And then others are like a real wrestle, a real struggle. You know, with the even the form, how you want it to look, how it's supposed to feel, how it's supposed to sound, all those decisions, it just ends up taking a really long time, sometimes weeks, where you just draft after draft after draft. I'm a drafter. Like, I write any of my poems that I might share, I've written it at least 15 times, you know. It's just draft after draft after draft of just every word needs to sing, you know, and after draft after draft, I got this book back, and there were many things I would change. I was like, damn it. So it never ends. There's a point where, you know, there's a door that closes, that sighs closed in a poem when you know this is the ending. Yeah, like this is all it wants to say. And then even after it says all it wants to say, there's still the revision process. And I feel like that never ends. Like and I remember Yusef Kuminyaka saying something like that, like the poem never ends. And I didn't understand what he meant by that. It was at Kaveh Khanum one year. He said the poem, it never ends. And I remember Rita telling me, you just have to give them the manuscript, Samantha. There comes a time where you're just never going to get it. You know, sometimes you just have to hand it over into the world, and it's never going to be just so. So I think about what these elder poets have been saying, and it really is an organism that continues to revise itself just like the human being. It's just that this is the archive of, this is the latest version known to the world, and I find myself reading these poems and still revising them. So my process never ends.